Good morning. It's Wednesday, May 29, 2024. Peace is a part of the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. On the news this morning, stakeholders assess Governor Fubara's 1 year in office as he gives account of stewardship today. Widow spare parts dealer who died in police custody speaks up. Tripartite Committee on Minimum Wage postpones meeting indefinitely. National Assembly passes bill reverting the old national anthem. And on the foreign scene, U.S. says Israel's operation in Rafah doesn't cross red lines. I'm Ifechuku Moyele with the news. Now, the Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara marks 1 year in office today amid the political crisis in the state, sparked by his fallout with his political godfather and FCT Minister Nyesom Wike. The effect of the crisis on the governor's performance has been a subject of debate. Some critics believe the crisis distracted Governor Fubara and hindered the smooth running of his government. Others think otherwise. Now, like social critic Marcus Ijeoma, who tells correspondent Onyeka Chinwosu that the crisis has acted as catalyst to motivate the governor to work on his own initiative and ideas.
I think the governor would not have done better. He was practically headed in the same direction, and for most of us, we wanted something different from what former Governor Nyesom Wike did. Former Governor Nyesom Wike concentrated a lot on road infrastructure and building of flyovers. Now that the governor has deviated from his plan, we are beginning to see more civilized things like the just concluded Rivers State Economic Summit, which tend to chart a course for a new economic method. So one team of those things.
The government postmark on security.
Well, that's down. Probably watch every clip that event and his personal note on what he should do in the short term, long term, so that it can to attract investors. What he should do going forward is further consolidate on his security approach. I think the area of security and he should be confrontation. He has shown himself off. He now needs to ignore some place. He has to make Rivers State attractive for investors, especially the health of agriculture.
Most of these instances, to really not every class who is regulated are taking the funds critical studies. Today, at the rehabilitation of the secondary health level system, which have moribund, they will the employment of healthcare professionals. Today, we are in the implementation of the real estate contributory healthcare program.
Dr. Robinson also advised that the change of manpower should be the focus. As on civil service, say, Fubara's first year office was already set from bondage.
He has been taking on to the and also I am not forget to call the state. The state was for the betting Rivers State. I will score a governor 100% this field and his governor is secure.
Others say Governor Fubara is not part of his preserved by constructing more rules. The police station information and communication logistics business.
Where we operate in the book of the no, we have ruling and that we also do some structure going on for we have touched this as we have made for 10 years and those who were overdue promotion are starting beyond that to the government and local government also exhibited them.
President Mr. said the Fubara administration actually set up for the government to give out this trip as part 20 and small in the office the way at the events to the meeting. It went on June 2nd. The event so far featured and launched the youth development that during the brand sparked in that area of on May 7th. The commissioner of the state says the operational command fully prepared to tackle any challenge in the state. CP2 said this during the training of the officers on firefighting, riot addressing.
Of the specialists who has directed all commanders of police to ensure that officers are ready, advised, and trained at the police do. So this is the police putting your men ready at all times. We have to go, we have been trained again. When we use firearms, we know we don't firearms to land.
Moving on, as a whole community inside the people on the team from old and put on in Okumeni Mamlon with airport road by the government. Beginning at a briefing, Mr. Amadi effort to the statement on success and the continues to coach on their he also used elders and chiefs of community empowered by those who bought the land.
It's very, very unfortunate pointing that since series of labor team from Roman community to office of the so like the series of Smith at the place we hear any response from the office of governor from the state to we have judgment and support sometime 91.
The legal action against the continues in Glasgow.
They meet indebted because the buyers are seen at the child and come for reasons. If the God of Rivers State choose to end the wrong we try to take necessary legal action against government because we all are part of the government. We will not follow hands. We are allowed by answers of taking unnecessary steps to challenge the government.
And may know that all of the Holy community have insisted that a part of the Ohimimba where the state government building low cost houses them. The widow should then the entire service and claims the police that her husband was involved kidnapping and called to them. The 31-year-old respondent.
The man that service and same as it nothing so that you do 3 boys going advising them about the single we are living. Women on front, mama said, I wish I married so like you. I need this man. This man did not disappear.
She also about last time she saw her said her youngest child was only 1 month and 2 hours old in her pregnancy when Trudy was declared missing on January 11th. She said she called on January 20th, informing her husband after days of searching and visiting Octopus Strike Force unit for information since his arrest.
When they for several occasions, these people do not agree that they know anything about my husband. Reaching on the 16th of January, they brought him at his shop. I was in the house also. My husband brother now come and say, come on. Those people that went to their office, they are the one that were holding your husband, that I should come and see him. When I went there, they have already gone. So since then, I have not heard from my husband. I don't even know the offense that he commits, that they took him to the extent that they will not allow the family to see him.
The mother of 3 said her children have been out of school since her husband's death.
Since then, I have not been feeling bad. My life is not complete without him. Now, even my children's life, I do sell plantain and the avocado pear is what I'm doing in the village now, because I'm farming to make sure I feed the children. Paying the children, they are no longer going to school. Since that second term till this third term, my children have been in the house, and which is that have never happened in my life before, even my children's life.
As you may know, 33-year-old Chukwudi Okeneke, who hails from Ebonyi State, died in the custody of the Octopus Strike Force unit. His family believes his death is linked to his persistent demand for his vehicle engine that officers of the Octopus Strike Force unit took away from his shop while handling a different case. According to Chukwudi's brother, the unit commander made the officers pay for the vehicle engine for misplacing it. He said the officer involved, identified as Michael, didn't let it slide and had threatened his brother before his arrest on January 11th. The police over the weekend said that the late Chukwudi was a kidnapper and a cultist and was not tortured to death as claimed by his family. Still to come, Tripartite Committee on Minimum Wage postpones meetings indefinitely. Stay with us.
We, the Youth Forum in
principal will not deliver a speech to a joint sitting of the National Assembly today. Mr. Ngelale said this in a Tuesday evening statement. It says contrary to earlier statement by the spokesperson of the Senate, Yemi Adaramodu, and his House of Representatives counterpart, Akin Rotimi, as well as the special advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga. The spokesrepresentative has described President Bola Tinubu's 1 year in office as a reign of economic hardship, insecurity and hopelessness, which they said negates the renewed Hope Agenda campaign promises of the current administration. Also, some stakeholders in Rivers State have been speaking about President Tinubu's performance so far. The chairman of the Trade Union Congress TUC in Rivers State, Ikechukwu Onyefuru, spoke to correspondent Soebi Oruwari.
Government in the oil and gas sector, I will personally say, in my opinion, that the oil sector is even exposed. The oil sector is under threat of survival because the government is not helping the business to thrive. Government is not doing anything to attract investment into that sector. All we hear every day are bad news everywhere. So nothing has changed. The government needs to do more. There is no visible improvement in the oil and gas sector. Many employees have lost their jobs in the last 1 year.
The chairman of the Labour Party in the state, Hilda Dokubo, also gave her own assessment.
1 year of nothing, just 1 year of deepening poverty, 1 year of deepening insecurity, 1 year of deepening lack, 1 year of capital flights. You see people just leave Nigeria. Then even the ones that you don't know is piloting. Things just keep going up and down, and you sleep and wake up and dollar is hitting 2,000. So it becomes very clear that, people just change numbers and figures, not because anything is improving or not improving.
But political analyst Liberus Oshoma disagrees with Nigerians blaming President Tinubu for the current hardship in the country. And now the chairman of Akokotoro local government area, Roland Sekibo, has expressed his gratitude to the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, as well as the Amayanabo of Abonema and his Council of Chiefs for their support during his father's funeral. Speaking at the funeral service, Dr. Sekibo thanked the former governor Nyesom Wike for his significant role in supporting his father's burial. He said gratitude is a virtue that should never be overlooked and advised the public to always appreciate those who have contributed to their success. Now, Dr. Sekibo also praised the Amayanabo and his chiefs for permitting his father to be laid to rest in the Owukori Memorial Hall, which he said is a privilege reserved for kings. He acknowledged their generosity in allowing his father to make history. The Tripartite Committee on Minimum Wage has reportedly postponed its meeting indefinitely. This is according to a report in the Punch newspaper. You can get the news at 7 a.m. Business News. In other news, the Senate has passed the National Anthem Bill 2024 to revert to the old national anthem, Nigeria We Hail Thee. And on the international scene, the U.S. does not believe Israel has launched a full-scale invasion of Rafah in southern Gaza. The news was edited by Chioma Ezenwafo. To reach the news team, send an SMS on WhatsApp to 0808-721-7215. I'm Ifechukwu Moyele. Many thanks for listening.